It's XCOM2. We're back. Hello. Welcome back. And all that good stuff. Started off today in the Guerrilla Tactics School because it's just sort of like having a nose around the Avenger here and spotted this poster of Reed, which is the second one that's up in the Avenger. The first one's over in the bar / memorial. We've got another one, the exact same poster, no less, up in the Guerrilla Tactics School. So I don't know if there's like a cult of Reed starting or what, but it's just kind of weird that they're popping up here, there, and everywhere. And bar's actually quite busy, huh? There's Reed's poster there. Last time we took care of an ambush, quite handily actually. Didn't have any problems with it, which was nice. And we also made out like complete bandits on the first supply stealing mission of the campaign, which kind of made up for the fact that we haven't had one of those until just now. It is May the 21st. Campaign starts at the beginning of March, so it's kind of crazy that we didn't have anything to steal between then and now. But still we did, and it bumped us up to a really good number of alloys, decent number of supplies, and Illyrium as well. So yeah, I think it's reasonable to say that we made out like bandits. Today, I've got a feeling that it's going to be a infiltration mission that we'll be doing. We've got rescue VIP from Advent vehicle and avoid security robots. Currently at 136% progress. We're going to wait for that to get to 200% before we take it. But unless an assault happens between now and then, I think that's probably the next most likely situation within which we find ourselves. We have got a couple of things to take care of before we get the clock ticking though. So first of all, Lunko here did get a promotion. We've got the option of concussion rockets, concussion grenades, or pin them down. Pin them down lets Lunko disorient targets upon suppressing them, and don't really need much more of an argument than that as far as I'm concerned. We also have no covert ops being undertaken at the moment, so we'll quickly fix that and get a second infiltration on the go with this Hunt the Chosen mission to hack a Chosen data vault. Should just quickly be able to put a squad together for this one. We want someone who can hack reasonably well, and we're going to be dealing with the Lost on this. So I feel like our hacker for this mission is going to be Arc Enemy here, given the fact that of all the available soldiers we have right now, Arc Enemy's the best. It's kind of toss up between himself and Grim, really. But we'll go for that extra 2, you never know. Extra 2 points might make all the difference. We'll send Troll Pants as the customary field medic for that mission. And then, in terms of dealing with the Lost, we've got like 4 available combat engineers. So I'm pretty happy to send both Athos and Giga, having 2 on the mission. Flamethrowing Lost left, right and centre seems like a reasonable thing to undertake, and we can send a 5th at no extra sort of cost or penalty to the infiltration timer, which is pretty nice with that Guerrilla Tactics School upgrade. To that end, I think we'll send Goonstone, and we should still send the 6th, I think, just to err on the side of caution, which will drop the maximum infiltration to 200%. But I think that's a, fair price to pay. And I think we'll keep Zari on hand just in case there's a assault mission that crops up, and instead we'll send Reed as an assault infantry there. Gear these guys up reasonably. There's no point in a gas grenade to begin with because that does nothing against the Lost. We will be seeing aliens on this mission as well as the Lost. It's not just the Lost by themselves. That modifier would be the Horde. So we do still want to sort of be conscious of that. But actually just looking at this spread here, kind of fine with it overall. I think we could probably go for a shotgun on one of the engineers, so we'll give that to Giga. So that's 2 shotguns, 2 rifles with Trollpant's Goonstone, a pistol on Arc Enemy, and then the cannon on Athos. Got the med kit, we've got a smoke grenade. Probably don't want to use these grenades, and we can at all avoid it. But yeah, not much more really to add into the mix here. Gonna kind of hold off on applying any of the weapon mods we've got, although now that I say that, it's probably worth a look. We have got quite a few here after all. I think at the very least, getting the shotguns with some Wildcat cartridges, and we can chuck a laser sight on this one, I think. In fact, the laser sight, the Wildcat cartridge on Giga is very silly. Let's instead give those to Reed, who, as the assault infantry, can definitely make a little bit more use of them. In terms of the pistol mod, not really anything there that I would say is absolutely necessary. I do think it's probably worth putting a lightweight frame on the cannon just to give Athos that little bit extra oomph in terms of movement, and we could chuck on a reflex sight on there as well just to help that cannon out, as it is probably the least accurate weapon in this mix overall. Don't think there's anything else there that we really need to worry about. We still can't build the Lost Lure, unfortunately. It would be a big help on this mission, but things being as they are. In fact, before we send that, do you know what? It is actually probably worth just taking a look.
Research is progressing as expected, Commander.
And seeing if we've got that available, which, you know, we don't. So
I'm pleased with the research advances we've made so far.
That is that mystery solved. Just kind of thinking there, Lost Lure wouldn't have necessarily been a bad call. We need to do a Lost Autopsy in order to access it. Unfortunately, all of our Lost missions so far have been evacs, so we haven't been able to recover those corpses to do the autopsy. This mission would actually be the first opportunity we have to grab one of them, so extra useful in terms of giving us that additional little bit of access. I'm kind of thinking a speed loader might be worthwhile here as well, but then looking at this, I think we'll be all right. So yeah, get these guys on the road. I was just going to launch it, and I've just had a sort of like horrible thought that I'm missing something completely obvious, but everything looks good. So yeah, confirm infiltration. See you guys in the not too distant future. I think the next thing that we'll probably see is magnetic weapons coming up, and the shielded power coil as well. Just before we do get the clock ticking, I'm going to take out one engineer from that shielded power coil. I'm glad I had a look before I did start the clock ticking. Put the engineer back in the infirmary and just clear off these wounded that we've got. It's only 2, but we might as well get rid of them whilst we've got the opportunity. Extra 20 Illyrium from shielding the power coil, and I'm just going to immediately start work on a power relay in there. Not going to put an engineer in that straight away, instead just immediately get to work on excavating this debris, and then back to letting the clock tick over. Supply drop next from the looks of things, and that's 150% on our covert infiltration mission.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
Is the guy happy with us?
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
Hell yeah. That's not my favorite thing to see. Over the Warlock immune to melee damage. Melee right now is still one of our strongest sources of damage. But hey, we'll make do with that. And the assassin can now summon savage allies. So that's things like Faceless, which is a little bit of a wrench in the gears, but hey, that's her for you. Gonna see what dark events are gonna be coming at us in the next month now as well. Looks like the Chosen are just going straight for our income again. We've got Wild Hunt, which just makes the Chosen more annoying because they show up more often. Collectors would make the covert ops that little bit more annoying as well, because it will just basically have a chance to be captured on every single covert op. And I'm going to hold off on spending the 25 intel here on this hidden event. Although now that I think about it, we haven't got anything immediately pressing, but maybe there's something in the black market that's worth spending that intel on. Insofar as our special ability cards from the resistance orders, Between the Eyes looks better than it is. It's changed slightly in the mods because of the mods that we're using, where it's not any XCOM shot that hits the Lost, it's just a flat chance for the instant headshot kill regardless of damage dealt. In the base game, it works exactly as it reads. As long as you hit the Lost die, and it's super useful and kind of makes all of the missions that feature the Lost completely trivial. But that's the reason we're not going to be taking it. It doesn't work exactly as it says on the tin. This actually looks pretty fine. I'm happy with. There is an argument to switch this to facility construction speed. But I think keeping it on excavation for at least one more month is probably the way to go. We might change this to facility construction after this month is done though. We've got some supplies to scan for, so we'll actually go and grab those, and then some rookies, which wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing.
Avenger plotting new course.
And a new covert action to start hunting for that Warlock as well. So, in actual fact, we've got 11 folks available, soon to be 12. I think it's probably worth us getting this sent off, although just having a look at what else is available. Ability points would be nice, but not immediately necessary. Bond I'm alright for. Recons I'm alright for. Superior PCS would be quite nice. Free promotion. Counter on that income reduction. This would be pretty good as well, actually. But given the fact that we can remove the ambush entirely, get an aim bonus, I think we'll just get the ball rolling on this Chosen hunt. So which sergeant do we want to get some extra aim on? I actually quite like the idea of putting Zentrisa in this spot, just because like 73 aim's shocking. Phalanxes don't really need it, and Zentrisa could benefit more from that extra little bit of aim, I think. So yeah, we'll give Zentrisa that little bonus there. We will send... You know what, well, let's just send the Spark out. We don't have an immediate need to use it on a mission. This shouldn't take too long, 9 days. That's not so bad. Zentrisa does need some armor. And we'll just strip all of the sort of gear here. Just let these guys use the basics. And then for our third slot then, I'm feeling like we could, let's see here, 17 of 24, 21 of 24. Zed actually might get a promotion from this, so we'll send Zed. 11 days, 2 hours, trivial chance of wounding, but that's pretty fine actually. So yeah, a robot, a Z, and a Zentrisa. Off to go and hunt the Chosen Warlock. See you 3 in 2 weeks, I guess. Well, not 2 weeks, but close enough as not to matter. Hopefully we don't miss them too much.
I'll order my people to get underway immediately.
And the Hunt the Chosen chains here, we've got more things to do once this infiltration's taken care of, and this covert action will lead to an infiltration. We've effectively got to complete 5 steps before we can actually undertake a mission to finish that Chosen once and for all. I think it's probably time to quickly hand things over to Shen for an introduction to magnetic weapons, though.
This will prove to be an important step forward.
These magnetic-based weapons are a lot like the early railgun prototypes. They fire projectiles at extremely high velocity.
I really like the satisfied nod of approval that Shen gives at the end of blowing up that cardboard cutout of a sectoid. These, though, are nice little upgrades, similar in function to the Predator armor upgrades, rather than the way it works in the base game, which is you unlock the magnetic weapons research and then you click a button and you've unlocked all of them across your entire squad. We have to buy everything individually. And there's quite a lot that we can actually get our hands on. A couple of highlights real quick. The Mag Shorty is a nice upgrade for Marines. The Enhanced Shadowkeeper is a really nice upgrade for our Phalanxes in particular, and to a lesser extent the Marksman. And the Magnetic Rifle is just a flat. This is now what we use as an assault rifle. I really like the aesthetic of the Magnetic Rifle as well, actually. I think it looks cool. Beyond that, Cal 15 Bullpup, straight upgrade on the Bullpup. Actually quite a nice one. And the Temnotic Rifle, same applies there, except for the Reaper Rifle that we've become quite familiar with via Griffith. Proving Ground to forge an advanced chem thrower, okay. And Inspiration for data pad decryption, not too enthusiastic about that. We do get a free pistol and a free magnetic rifle as a result of completing that research as well, which is quite nice. I think next on the list is straight into Gauss weapons. This will unlock a bunch of other weapons in this sort of second tier of weapons. Things like upgraded shotguns, the upgraded sniper rifles, and I want to say that this provides the upgraded cannon as well, but I could be mistaken. The other option, I suppose, in this list is psionics, but I want to get at least the second tier weapons out the way, because right now, even if we research psionics, like, where are we actually going to build the facilities to facilitate it, you know? So back to the old scan grind we go. And just as the Avatar project increases, we no longer have any wounded soldiers. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we can get rid of this engineer and actually double down on clearing this old machinery. So 5 days. I wonder if actually we could potentially clear both of these. What's this going to take? 10 days? And this is 2 as well, so maybe that's probably, yeah, we'll run that actually. 13 days for like double the supplies is pretty reasonable. Yeah, okay. I hope that's a good decision. We're not like hurting for supplies. Operation Twin Whimper has arrived to rescue that VIP from the Advent vehicle and avoid security robots. This is the infiltration. We're at the maximum over-infiltration we can get, so we get a couple of bonuses. Lightning Strike, Volunteer Army, Opportune Moment. Probably the most important sit rep to be aware of is that Exalt are going to show up on this. So, Spacey, Griffith, Overgod, Clav, Durthel and Kerwin are on the ground, and hopefully they've got what it takes to manage rescuing Dr. Micah Johnson. Let's get this show on the road. These rescue VIP missions always fill me with a sense of, well, I'm not going to pretend otherwise, dread. Because they can go sideways so quickly. And I'm kind of thinking that if it's to rescue a VIP from a truck, then we're not going to have to wait for the evac zone, which is a nice bonus. We can just get in, get the VIP, and get out, theoretically. We're back in Labrador for this mission. Another mission up there in the northeastern reaches of Canada. So here comes the fun.
We have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
Looks like we've got an evac on the roof.
Position is obscured.
We're quite close, although we have got a building in the way, so Clav's going to need to move a few bits and pieces in order to get a reasonable sight line. I think getting this roof is probably the right call. I wonder if this is close enough. That looks like a way up, just barely visible through the mist there. So I don't know if this is going to be close enough for the VIP to be able to make the evac in one run, but that would be a nice little bonus. Okay, so first question is, can we drop down here without alerting anything? Because we really don't want to pick a fight until we're in a good position to do so. As soon as we are no longer concealed, following turn, Exalt are going to appear, and we need to be ready for them. So an ideal scenario would be that we clear out whatever the first pot of enemies is without too much fuss, and are in a good position to then deal with the Exalt entrance on the turn thereafter. Let's push Griffith forward just to get a bit more vision down in here and see if we can move everyone in position to like get up on the roof of this building next go. That's a lot of enemies. Yikes. Oh boy. That was a huge amount of enemies. Maybe this roof's not the best way to go, because picking this fight and then adding Exalt into the mix would potentially be a disaster. Maybe we take the long way around. We've got plenty of time. Let's get Dursel just to run up here and see if there's anything going on. Nothing that we can see. I think we're going to take the long way around. I don't think we're going to be able to avoid any many fights on this, but hey, I could be wrong, and taking the long way around could be the start of something wonderful there.
Already there.
Stepping off.
Clav, where they are, has a lovely sight line down here, but it's not my favorite sight line. So I think committing at least Clav to this roof is probably a good idea. So we'll do that.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Gonna need to be aware of that security bit doing its search protocols. Even Griffith won't be able to avoid that. Speaking of Griffith, then, if we get you... Oh, I like this roof a lot. Yeah, let's get Griffith over here. That should give us an idea of what's going on down there. Although I'm pretty confident that Durthel can make this run without any incident.
Rolling out.
Whoa. Whoa, that was a bit of a close one actually. Not so good for Spacey, so I guess we'll just move Spacey to here for now.
Time to motor.
Hold off on Clav for a sec. Kerwin, you're just not getting on the roof this turn, which is fine actually. Instead, you go and you can peek around this corner for us, I think.
Rolling out.
We have got a additional member of the team on this mission, which I completely forgot to mention. Also, thanks to over infiltration, we've got a guest star who comes equipped with a tier 2 compound crossbow. So that's lovely.
Running.
I'm going to complain at a little bit of extra firepower after all.
Let's do this.
And then we need Clav. I think, honestly, is this a... Yeah, you're not going to see anything from there, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Let's just get you over here.
10-4.
We can hopefully get you braced on the next turn. Hold your breath. Right. In an ideal world, Griffith gets here without incident, and we're almost out full stacks of shadows, so I think we should be fine. Yeah, this is going to give us the vision that we need to be able to set up in confidence. I want to brace this turn, so I'm going to just blue move with Clav. That's probably the best sightline that we can go for here. There's an option of bringing Clav to this roof, maybe? I'm not seeing an easy way up from this side, actually. Yeah, it doesn't look like getting to that roof is going to be worth the turns it'll take. Which is, you know, that's fine. I guess, although I'm not 100% certain. No, you know what? I'm thinking to myself, is the Viper and the Stun Lancer separate from the Hunter and whatever friends he's got there? And is it worth running Dirthfall on street level? I think it's worth running Dirthfall street level regardless.
I'm all over it.
Cohen, you are going to have to get on this roof. I think as well, Spacey, we can probably bring down. Not too enthusiastic about no big cover from there, actually. So maybe we run Spacey at street level as well. That would mean that the people that are in immediate harm's way have got access to that all-important medkit. So yeah, let's do that. Kerwin, you are going to have to go over the roof, unfortunately, but that's just the price that we'll pay. We'll park you up near the back. Our crossbow can sit on the roof, and finally Overguard on Marine. I think actually just parking you a little bit ways back.
Good to go.
Let's see what this Viper and Stun Lancer do. And do we want to move Griff forward a little bit just so we've got a bit more vision? See no reason not to. Riot control mech and security bit are probably linked. If we open up now, kind of shot does Clap have on? What's going on? Clear on the Viper. We'll call 98% clear on the Hunter. And 88 on the right control mech. I think this is going to be our play. And then hopefully the Viper runs towards where we've got everyone else parked rather than away from. The only problem with this is that we don't know what's here. But it's showtime. Great connection.
Okay, so I got one.
Wow, that stun lads have snuck by. 2 security bits. 1 riot control. The Viper did run towards us, just not as far as I'd have liked. Okay then. Crossbow boy? We can get that flanking shot. Where did that other security bit go? I think this is probably worth taking the risk, because getting rid of this guy isn't the most likely thing in the world, although we can do it with lightning hands. Or we should be able to anyway. Yeah, we can. Excellent. Ooh. It's got blood trail as well, that's useful information. Oh my god, can't easily flank that Viper, which isn't the best thing that happened. Neither can Spacey. Griffith, I think, is probably going to be dealing with that riot control mech. Although, is that a flanking shot from Durthel? It is not, because you just can't see it. Huh. This would be for Overguard, though. Not the biggest fan of the range on it, but I think it's probably worth taking. And it keeps Overguard in full cover, so yeah, let's go. Yeah, 61's not fantastic, is it? Oh well. No luck that time. Can Spacey
Whatever you say.
make it count? 85, hey. Okay, 5 damage, that's fine. That leaves us with Griffith, Durthel, and Kerwin available for something. I think Kerwin doesn't get a shot on the mech, regardless of where they move, it looks like. So maybe we take the Viper with Kerwin. Still not going to be the most accurate shot, even with Kerwin blanking it. And Durthel just flat out doesn't flank the Viper. I think we move Kerwin up. That gives you a shot on... No, it doesn't. Interesting. Overwatching just isn't going to be the best because it's probably going to be wasted on one of these security bits. I don't want to push up much further than we are. So then... I think... we get rid of the Viper with Griffith. If he could land an 88%er. Oh boy. Wow. That's super unfortunate. And Durthel can't get a connection on the security bit. And the Viper with one grenade. Oi. Griffiths really let me down there. I suppose we mine the riot mech coming in. If we mine the riot mech, then we can get rid of that security bit, and then we can overwatch. And if the overwatch takes the Viper or the mech, on condition it hits, then that's a win. Exalt are going to bust in from behind that building, and it looks like we've got some extra goodies coming through, wasting our overwatch entirely. Yeah, the map is well and truly alerted. And the right control mech is not going to run in for a punch. It's going to disorient instead. I didn't know it had that capability. That's useful information. See, Griffith, that's how you land a hit.
I'm being flanked. Okay. This is bad.
That wouldn't have happened if Griffith had landed the shot. There's a bit of armor on the right control mech there.
Give it a try.
And Spacey's probably not going to be doing much else, so a coin flip shot's not the worst thing in the world. What kind of vision? Spacey has got... Yeah, okay, we'll take the coin flip. Oh boy. Kinda need to free Griffith from this Viper. We could bust in with our with Payman, our friend here, and I actually think that's not the worst idea in the world. I was saying that you could. That sectoid, I think, I'm hoping Clav's got a shot on it. 66, not the worst shot. Trooper I'm less concerned about. Maybe Clav takes care of the mech. Obergod's not doing anything else this turn, given the disorient. And I think it was a 41% shot on the Viper. Take that shot. Okay, wow.
Target's still up. I'm on it.
Right. I think our friend here is going to be the one to bust in. Hopefully land the shot that we need to get a Griffith out of this Viper's wonderful clutches. Yes, he absolutely will be. That's how you kill a Viper. Okay. We've activated stuff, so I don't mind so much moving up. I'm wondering if this is the right use of combat protocol. Would just flat kill this mech. I think, yeah. Alright. Griffith ideally wants to be on higher ground than this, but right now we need to just use what we've got. I think we move into this full cover. I'm just kind of ignoring that security bit entirely. Coin flip. Coin flip. Alright, we'll take the vector rifle shots. We could just get rid of the trooper. We've got a disorient available for the sectoid, if it decides to play any mind games. So this isn't the worst idea. Go on. Okay, he can land.
Okay, so I got one.
Exalt are due to arrive. So I think we bring Dirtle up. And it actually... I'm loath to connect with this van in any way, shape or form, because I don't want it to summon fire and blow our guy up. So instead, we just make sure that we're not going to hit the van, and we give these two a good slap about with the old grenade. Some good shots for Clav to take here. The Purifier should look to move into cover, so I think we take the 91 on the sectoid. Right, that's gone well so far. Let's see what Exalt are going to bring to the table. Hasn't gone great so far, it's gone well. A subtle but important difference. Got a feeling that Clav's going to have limited to no sightlines on these, although maybe I'm mistaken. Purify is just not going to go for cover and instead manage a really good shot on Dirtle. Other guards using that Overwatch in lieu of anything else. That's why not, right? That's an irritating burn that Dirtle's got. But Purify is now wide open. Clav, yeah, the only shot you've got to take is on that Purifier, so I guess we just see if we can land an 85er. Nice.
There you go.
Right. We've got... looks like a tech with all of the protocols. That is a grenadier with 2 pieces of armor and lots of grenades. A psionic. And then... I guess that's another grenadier. Okay. No immediate flanks available for Griffith. At least none that wouldn't otherwise put him in harm's way. Dirtle's going to be on the list for a med kit. So the question really is, where can Dirtle and Spacey both get to that's useful? Don't have many answers to that question right now. We could pull Dirtle back. Move Kerwin up. In fact, let's do that. Though I am concerned about the fact that there are 2 grenadiers there. I think Dirtle and Spacey should potentially be far enough away.
Seems doable.
I'm going.
What's this mark you've got on you? It's just being marked. Okay, fine.
Settle down, you're fine.
Alright, Kerwin, you have got a meh flank. What if we claymore this guy then? Is the Grenadier here the biggest threat? I feel like yes, with the Psionic a close second. So let's go for that Grenadier first. You just pop that straight away. Overlord's kind of out of position to be able to do much of anything right now. So I think we just probably creep forward a little bit here.
What's over there?
Yeah, 41%. Just no real good shots for Overguard to take, no matter which way you look at it. Dirtle's got a 40% on the tech. Or do we grenade? It's a shame we can't ruin the couch that the tech's using. We can't do it without ruining our guest star's couch, unfortunately. I'm less enthusiastic about using this, given that it's only going to hit one. So then, do we just take this shot? Yeah, I think we probably do. No matter which way we cut it, Griffith's not going to find his way onto a roof anytime soon. So, reload. Let's see if you can land some decent hurt on this guy. 5's not so bad. Could go for a coin flip and kill that. I think that coin flip is worth taking. I need to stop taking coin flips, apparently.
I'm all right. Could use some ammo over here.
Of course, I'm not going to follow my own advice. I'm going to take this one, even though it's a really bad coin flip. But right now, like, our positioning kind of sucks. They came in at such a great drop. I think we just Overwatch. That's probably going to be... Yeah. Oh well. At least the bit is dead. Oh. More friends. 2 stun lancers and a viper. Oh boy, yoy yoy. Oh my god, we're just not having a great time here. Glad that missed, because Spacey's looking a little bit fragile. Stasis on Griffith isn't the worst thing in the world. At least he's out of harm's way on the next go round. Yes, it's one less bullet fired for us, but... Two guaranteed damage on Kerwin as well. Sounds mean, but shots on our guest star are not shots on our guys. Right, we're a bit pinned. Clap needs a reload as well, which is just not the best timing. It does mean, however, that we lead the target. Although, do we lead the target on this? Well, that's a question we'll answer in due course. I think Overguard just eats another round of poison. Why is that still only 52%? Oh, because the poison is doing -30. That's tremendous. Boof. Maybe we do move out of the poison. %. Although there is that second stun lancer kicking about as well. Maybe this is the way to go, yeah. Is I was going to say is Kerwin an answer to that stun lancer that's right up in everyone's business, but actually maybe our guest here is, because it looked like there was a flanking shot available. Okay. 45 isn't my favorite. But I think we do take that shot. And if we keep this guy here, then that means Exalt are going to be prioritizing him over us. I think the potential, anyway, guaranteed kill from Overguard would be probably alright, but then Spacey is disoriented but is immune to the poison. Please land this. Okay.
Impressed yet? Gonna need to reload soon.
I think we do send the grenade in on these two. Kerwin can't do much without triggering the Overwatch fire. I think I'd like for Overguard to get out of the poison so that I can do something, but equally I'm like, what about suppressions though? Kvav is going to lead the target, I just not 100% decided on what yet. So actually, Kerwin, what we do here is set up an aid protocol on Spacey and Durful. I would prefer not to deal with another stun. Viper would potentially have a flanking shot on Overguard, but I think Overguard can manage it with 8 health. Although the poison might end being the thing that kills him there. And Flav cannot lead the target on that stun lancer because we don't have vision on it. Oh, that's a kick in the teeth. Well, nevertheless, okay. Run that on the Viper then. One more problem solved. Stun Lancer's gonna come in for a stun. Great dodge though. Are we gonna see another round of Overwatches from the Exalt guys? Is the question. Go for a straight damage on Griffith, apparently. Really rude of you. That's an incredibly defended stun lancer now that I think about it, because it's in smoke and it's got the defense protocol on it.
I'll just go do that then.
I mean, wow. I know you're disoriented with the minus 20%, but there's not a lot to love about this hit. Do you have no? And a shot just come out at 63. Maybe then. What about without the disorient, but with the poison, 50%? Yikes. .23% from our guy here. Okay. You know what? Lightning hands this. And then We have got an overwatch from this guy in the back, but don't worry about it. This should actually deal a reasonable amount of damage because he's got the blood trail. Doesn't quite land anything beyond what we would have liked to have, though. That's not the greatest thing. I'm wondering if we grenade this guy and hope for... well, hope for 4. I think that's probably the right choice. Of course the 4 doesn't land. Why would the 4 ever land? $63 from Clav is a decent answer. I think I'm not too enthusiastic about where Dirtle is, but equally, this coin flip. We haven't run many coin flips in this mission so far, so Dirtle, I don't know, blowing it or something. Do the weird stuff that people do when they flip a coin and they really want it to land on something. Didn't work. Never works. Why did I think it would work? In what world does that make sense as a thing that would ever work? Please kill this stun lancer then. It's the only final option we've got. Can't medkit right now because of the disorient. You know, hunker down. 56 isn't my favorite shot either. Could theoretically get rid of this. I think that's a shot worth taking. Nice. Hopefully I'm not going to regret spending this bullet. So many missed shots. Alright, disorientation removed just in time for your cover to be also removed. So we have to... ah. 68%. What's your crossbow going to achieve here? 66. Alright, we'll go for the pistol shot. Yeah. Why ever would I think that a shot would land? Griffith. Come on. Okay, great. That's progress. Still got that Overwatch in the back to contend with. But actually, no. Why would I expect that to work? Ah, man. I don't love this. I don't know why I'm panicking. Spacey doesn't trigger Overwatch. Spacey's chilling. You can just go here and heal yourself, might I add. Clav, I think, is probably worth reloading here. And then maybe we actually get Clav in position to use the grenade. Overwatch is still in play. I actually quite like this position for Dirtle, but I think we're going to have to say goodbye to the smoke in order just to get a bit closer. We're a 2% shot. Yeah, definitely. Oh boy. What is going on?
Come get some.
Right. Clav. Can you deal with this Overwatch, please?
What's over there?
No. No, you can't. Okay, you deal with this one? Yes. And you could theoretically remove its cover too. Okay. That's progress. We've got the blind available, but we still haven't got a clear vision on the guy that we want to be blinding. I think, even though our guest star's been doing a wonderful amount of work so far this mission, we run this. I'm very sorry. Take that action.
Whatever you say.
Bring Kerwin up. Hold the blind for now. And instead what we'll do is... Let me see here. I'm not too enthusiastic about... putting Durfel there, but equally, it might work.
Is it clear?
If Overguard's in range to suppress that guy, which is the ultimate question. Spacey, what's your health looking like? 8? Okay, let's bring you right up.
Running.
Set up Durfel's Overwatch. Same goes for Kerwin. And then a zone suppression should connect with him. Okay. And they are out of here. "16 enemies killed." Yikes. There is a potential intel cache that Kerwin could grab, so we might as well go for that. Yeah, hack. I like 60%. You know, nothing has really gone in our favor. Managed to get through that with everyone intact and alive, so who knows. Oh, something worked. I'll take a large cache of intel, thank you.
Piece of cake.
Now we really need to think about getting out of here. If I recall correctly, that's the way up. Although, of course, we do need to open the door. And we've got Griffith in door opening range? No. Spacey? Spacey.
No problem, boss. We've got the VIP in tow. Moving to E.
Micah Johnson. Welcome to the Madhouse. Genuinely thought that it was going to activate something there because the camera was stuck to it.
Good to go.
Surely we've killed everything. 16 enemies murdered? Surely there's no more.
Seems doable.
A reasonable assumption, right?
No need to ask twice.
This is definitely, you know, I think I said, like, this would be similar to the mission where we rescued Troll Pants. It has not been similar to the mission where we rescued Troll Pants. It has decidedly not been similar. It has been a horrible nightmare of missed shots and reinforcements.
Picking up an enemy transport
Right.
inbound on your current position.
Who's the furthest away? Kerwin. Oh, you can't make it. Right, fine.
I hope it's worth it.
Kerwin can't make it, so that means we are going to set up
Alright, I'll go.
Overwatch City. Clav. You know what, Clav, actually, you just go home. You and your sniper rifle are no longer required.
I can handle that.
VIP can go home as well. And actually, our guest star can, because they've done some really good work this mission.
On Overwatch.
And Spacey, you can get up here too. We'll come back to you lot in a tick. Ambush on.
Skirmish covering now.
And finally, Kerwin, you just get yourself into some cover.
Will do.
And on the next turn, that's it. Everyone is home free.
VIP secure and in position for evac. This is Firebrand. VIP is secure.
Moving to Overwatch.
This has probably been one of the toughest missions that we've done so far. Not necessarily out of the woods yet. These guys could overwatch us.
Advent troops here.
But not if we overwatch them first. I said that with such confidence.
Got eyes on me.
And then... That's two.
I got nothing.
You landed a shot. Oh my god, you've actually done something this mission. So proud. Like a mother hen. They haven't overwatched from the looks of things, so let's just get the heck out of here.
No problem, boss. I hope it's worth it.
I'm going. I can handle that. What's over there?
That's everybody? 5, yeah?
I'm out
Whew.
here.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
What a nightmare. Operation Twin Whimper. I think there was a lot more than just twin whimpers. But the work has got done. 1 of 5 shots connected. Oh my god. Now, a lot of that was to do with the fact that you were just grossly out of position and dealing with some unfortunate situations. But considering you had the most powerful gun in the arsenal with the mag rifle, we just didn't really get to capitalize on that at all. Oh, well, at least you got the overwatch in at the end, eh? 1 of 5. Oh man. Spacey actually doing quite well. 2 of 3, 1 kill. Getting the healing in as well. And yeah, I think Clav, getting Clav into that rooftop position was probably the best thing we could have done. 4 or 5 shots, 4 kills from those 4 or 5. So every single shot that Clav took resulted in something dying. Griffith, we didn't have as much to do this time round, and you spent a few turns in stasis as well. But hey, even though there was only 1 kill and this shot percentages look low for Dirtle, 19 damage dealt, and a lot of that came from the grenades. Ultimately, as a sapper, shot accuracy is always going to be quite low, but we should still see reasonably high damage dealt. And Kerwin, actually, I'm really glad that we brought Kerwin on this mission. That tech specialist was particularly useful. Kind of interesting that part of the mission description was avoiding robots, and the only one we saw was the riot control mech, but I'm equally quite pleased about that. You know, less robots is better than lots of robots. But with all that done, I think I'm glad that mission's over and we managed to get through it with everyone alive.
Standing up to those who would abandon our values for those of the old world.
Because Yeah, I'd go on a record as saying that's the toughest fight we've had so far.
XCOM dissidents.
But they get to come home on the newly designed Sky Ranger.
As long as there's even one Reaper left
And a few promotions as well. I think well deserved for Durthel and Clav in particular. We'll take suppression because I love me some suppression. Clav, high approach angle. Yeah, easy win. Just makes it so you're way more accurate. Griffith up to Lieutenant is quite nice. +1 damage, just free +1 damage. Not bad at all. +1 to damage, +1 damage on targets that have already been wounded, and a chance to panic anything nearby if you break concealment. That's kind of interesting. Savage enemies. Could make you into a bit of a savage specialist there, eh? Failsafe. I'm less enthusiastic about you hacking overall. For myself, it's the Xenivore or Weapon Specialist is the choice here. And I think just a flat one damage increase on everything is probably the right call. Quite like the idea of quick draw as well. Xenivore might potentially be worth looping back on, but I'm less enthusiastic about spending 25 ability points on it right now. Maybe when we start seeing more savage enemies, or if we find ourselves in a situation where Griffith's on a mission with the savage modifier. I can't believe Kerwin's only a corporal. But so it goes. I think we'll grab that point of armor for Kerwin. 3 missions and only a corporal with 10 kills? This is crazy. Oh well. I guess a lot of those kills are probably lost. We got 40 intel, which is quite nice. And another scientist. Crew's now over capacity. But we've got Illyrium, we've got power, and we've got supplies. Let us quickly get that crew expansion upgrade before I forget. And I think we'll leave things for today where we started, in the Guerrilla Tactics School. Wondering who keeps putting these posters of Reed everywhere. Thank you very much, as always, and I will see you next time. Take care.